Good morning, everybody. I would like to say if things aren't working out, turn it upside down. And what I'm talking about is my DSLR has a battery and that runs out. So you got to charge it, put it back in. And when I want to do a video, it's quite irritating because I have to prolong the start of that video so that I can get into the DSLR operation mode, which is high quality and stuff. And I said, screw that. So I want to continue doing a little FaceTime. This is my little microphone, my camera on the laptop screen. I want to do the FaceTime cam just so we can get the videos out. And the problem I had there was that the microphone was taking up a large portion of the screen. I said, you know what, today I'm tired of problems. Instead of facing them head on, I was going to flip them on their head. So I literally did that with the microphone. I literally turned it upside down, flipped the problem on this head, and it's working beautifully. So if you're having any form of trouble, instead of going ahead at that direction, head on with that trouble, just flip it on its head and see what comes from it. Maybe it's a better solution than originally was to start with. So let's get into the 2048. We're now inside this region. Okay, so that's all is considered to be within this realm of possibility. And I'm thinking that we could potentially be at a turning point. For my MTOPS guys, I'm going to be releasing a video on what to look out for turning point confirmations, because over here, for example, would be a great place to see whether or not this is a turning point. I want to wait for the oscillator to get closer before assuming that, and I'm also going to wait for the kill zone to start forming a story. But until then, I want to keep it open as price continuing to the upside. More on that in the video. I suppose what I can talk to you now is that this line over here is the midway line, and now turning point 5 has exceeded it, and it is within the probability area that we've highlighted for weeks and weeks. And the oscillator seems as if it wants to come to a close, and then the trough of that sine wave is also hinting that it wants to do a bit of a switcheroo. So I also want to take this opportunity to say that I've said in the past that the markets largely aren't tradable. And the reason for that is because the kill zones are what really mess up the lower frames. Okay, so MTOPS works on all time frames, which means that there's kill zones in operation on all the frames. And when there is a kill zone happening on the dominant trend or the dominant time frames, that gets felt on the lower frames because it's erratic market behavior and unpredictable moves and all the kill zone characteristics. If you don't know what a kill zone is, join MTOPS if you haven't joined MTOPS already, or if you haven't joined MTOPS, refresh what a kill zone is inside the video that I've created for you, because it is a massive contributing factor to the well-being of your positions and your trades and your career on the markets. So when there are kill zones happening on the higher frames, it makes it difficult for the lower frames to be traded. So over here could be the formation of a kill zone as well as a potential turning point. So those videos are going to come out here. They move down to the 512. The reason why it's called the 512 is because it covers months at a time. So we just saw what it looked like for a year's worth of price movement. Now we're going down to a view on what it looks like from a month aspect. And inside here, there could be a potential crossing as well. So you see the oscillators switched over there, and the formation isn't clear just yet. What could be happening is that it's either curving around this arc to latch on somewhere and go into this area over here. We'll find out in 2 days, or it has switched and we're going down. The reason why I've got it as is not necessarily switching down is because there is a lot of room left in the cycle for price to move across in. Okay, so if it just turns into a turning point 3 now, then it's going to go down for a long time to get to turning point 4, because 4 would typically happen in quadrant 2. I'm gonna leave it like this for now, as I will on the higher frame, and see what happens over the next 2 days. Just to be very clear, Bitcoin isn't my favorite market at the moment. And again, that's the reason why we've got alternative markets as well, and enough for you to profit from. So we don't have 6,000 plus markets here for you to choose from, because that's just overload. But we do have enough for you to make money when Bitcoin is sleepy or not tradable. Okay, so the 128. Oh wow. So yeah, I drew this line yesterday saying this is what will happen in the price action. It's literally doing that, of course. I mean, price could go anywhere, but instead it's following exactly, exactly what I said I was going to happen. So we'll just wait for a little bit over there. For it to finalize my instructions. Yes, market, you will listen to me. I missed this 21, obviously it was 21 hours ago, because it was like a day ago since I put this message out. Last video, and it worked out. So where does this leave us on the 32? Let's go. Trend direction 1 below 9, 20 point spacing, a deep 20.1, which means downtrend. Okay, so this could affect what we're seeing on the 512 as well. Scaling, let's have a look. When Emil gets a gap, we're going to be adding in the reverse scan into this setting, so we don't have to scroll through multiple times, or add the protractor on top. So that's coming out. Kill zone. Okay, the impulse is brought it into there. We're outside of kill zone. We've got this migration along the 1/4, pulling in towards the 1/1. So here's our time considerations. It's there and there. Now we start to marcade those. The oscillator hasn't switched, so it's still going down. From a price projection perspective, I'm going to go to my fan lines, my projector. So what makes sense over here. Did I say fan lines? I meant raise. Alright, so not too much market action this morning on the 32, but bigger movements, of course, on the lower frames, which means keep responsible position sizes and achievable and realistic targets. Don't shoot for the moon right now. Market energy isn't there to support that. Yeah, the fan line arc curve, I'm going to leave it there. So once again, if you're trading, don't go too unrealistic. Just keep practicing and wait for stronger market conditions to take you into a better environment. That's it for today, guys. I hope you have a great day further, and I'll catch up with that tomorrow.